Does Tekken Tag Tournament 2 hold up over a decade after its release in 2011? That's a good question that I am going to try to answer. Timestamp and description if you want to skip straight to the review, but I want to say that I admittedly am not very good at this game. I am decent at best, and all of my playtime is from the easy and normal difficulties, but all footage shown today is from normal. Also, apart from playing Street Fighter X Tekken and putting 2 hours into Tekken 6, this is my only real experience with the series. That being said, the very first thing that I wish to discuss is the massive character roster of over 50 playable characters. That is a lot of characters to choose from in a fighting game without DLC characters. For comparison, Dead or Alive 5 on the 360 has 23 playable characters, the normal version, not Ultimate. Dragon Ball FighterZ holds 24, I believe, without DLC, and if Wikipedia is correct, Street Fighter 4 only has 25 characters. I myself haven't played it, but the point is, Tag 2 left competition in the dust as far as player roster size, and I spent the bulk of my playtime as Lily, although I did mess around with many other characters, and Lily was my favorite, with Bayek probably being my second fave. In addition to having a boatload of playable characters to choose from, this title also offers more customization than I have ever seen in any other fighting game, allowing you to mix and match clothing items, equipment, hairstyles, accessories, etc., unlocked by leveling up or purchased with in-game currency acquired by winning matches, and I had a lot of fun creating outfits and messing around with their colors, although I don't recall seeing a way to change Lily's default hairstyle color. Please correct me if I'm mistaken though. Alrighty, onto the fighting itself. This title has 8 offline modes and an online mode, which I didn't play because I'm not paying for an online pass for a game which probably has empty lobbies, in addition to already paying simply to access Xbox's multiplayer services. No thank you. Alright, as for the offline modes, most could be accessed with just one player, although versus and pair play required a co-op buddy. But as for the solo modes, you had Arcade, Survival, Time Attack, Ghost Battle, a random versus mode called Team Battle, a practice mode, and a training mode called Fight Lab. The arcade mode, which was kind of the main mode, could be completed with 1 or 2 characters, and was a chain of 9 fights, with the last 3 fights always being against the same characters. Following the defeat of the final boss, you unlock a cutscene for the character you chose. Or, for tag matches, you unlock the cutscene for the first character you chose. And while I didn't unlock all of the scenes, nor am I an expert on Tekken lore, most of the ones I did unlock were very interesting, and some of them were connected to each other. Like how the cutscenes for Asuka, Lily, Marahu, Panda, Alyssa, and Zayu were all connected to tell a story. The next game mode that I want to discuss is the Time Attack mode, which is a harder version of arcade mode with better rewards and an achievement for completing it in under 20 minutes. Oh, okay. Batting up next is the Survival mode, in which you go up against back-to-back battles with limited health, and I never made it past fight number 5. Next up is the Ghost Battle mode, a mode that puts you up against random fighters, but after each battle, you're usually given a choice of 2 or 3 matches as to who you'll duke it out with next. Finally, the Team Battle mode. You can go a little crazy here and make a fight anywhere from a 1v1 to an 8v8, although I usually just did single or tag matches here. Now, the Team Battle mode did have one thing that I really disliked about it, and that is how you can't choose your opponent. It's random, versus almost every fighting game I've ever played where you can pick out your foe in the versus mode. Tag 2 said, nah, leave them guessing. I mean, the mystery of who I'd be up against was nice, but sometimes I just wanted to pick who I'd go up against and not leave it to chance, you know? Anyways, the Team Battle mode is won by beating all of your opponents in however many rounds is necessary. Not a lot to it. The final single-player modes are the Fight Lab and Practice mode, with Fight Lab being a very long tutorial and Practice mode being, well, a practice mode. And that pretty much wraps up the offline single-player modes. There were also 2 offline MP modes, being a versus mode where up to 4 players can duke it out on local MP, and pair play, where 2 players can team up to battle AI opponents. My wife and I played these modes together, and she is here to help out with my review. English is not her first language, so please forgive her if her grammar is not perfect. So, sweetie, did you like Tekken?
I don't really know, but I had a little fun.
Okay. Did you have a favorite character?
I don't remember her name actually, but it was a male character with a cat mask.
Tiger, I think his name was Tiger. What did you think of the 8 versus 8 battle that we had? Remember where we both chose 8 characters and had them fight each other?
Oh, I won only one fight, so I didn't like it.
Oh, poor sweetie. We had previously reviewed Dead or Alive 5 together. Would you say you prefer Tekken or Dead or Alive, and why?
I like Tekken more, but I cannot use button masher here.
You can't use button mashing on Tekken,
No.
okay. Well, what was your favorite thing about Tekken Tag Tournament 2?
Maybe characters, some more interesting characters, I guess.
Yeah, it definitely has some very interesting characters, like how you can play as a kangaroo, or a dinosaur, or a panda bear. Well, is there anything that you would like to add to this review?
I don't know, but
I don't know what. You know, that is some really good feedback. I mean, that's some great feedback, sweetie. Out of a 10, what number score would you give it? You know, 0 out of 10 to 10 out of 10. What would you give it?
maybe A.
Maybe 8. All right, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. Well, thanks for joining us, sweetie, and I'm glad you like Tekken, at least a little bit, and yeah, thanks for joining us. And that's all from her, folks. Give my amazing and wonderful wifey a round of applause, and feel free to check out the DOA 5 review that we did together after this video. Link in the end card and description. But back to the Tekken review, which I'm wrapping up. Graphically, this game looks absolutely stunning. The soundtrack is pretty good as well, and the voice actors were also pretty good. I think my final score for this game is a 9.4 out of 10 by my grade scale. A final note from me is that I actually played the Wii U version of this game before I played the Xbox version. Just a little fun fact about my gaming history. And yeah, Tekken Tag 2. Great game that I highly recommend. As far as other similar games that I'd suggest, maybe Tekken 6 or Dragon Ball Fighter Z, maybe? Anyways, I guess that's my video for today. My first full-length review in like at least a month. I hope that someone enjoyed, and thanks again to my wife for joining me. Feel free to tell me your thoughts down in the comments and why you agree or disagree with me on my review. As always, none of my content is made by AI, I create my own stuff. Anyways, have a great one. Always remember that Jesus loves you all. Peace.